Hi, this is Ken Graham, Director of the National Weather Service. I'm in Alaska. I'm in Juneau and spent an incredible day today talking to the forecasters, the entire staff, electronics crew, everybody over at the Weather Service Forecast Office in Juneau. Absolutely amazing to hear about the uniqueness of where we are. And we met with partners today. Just an absolutely wonderful day. I want to say something I've never said before. There's a glacier over my shoulder. This is a glacier right there. We're talking about a video, talk about the uniqueness of this area in front of a glacier. Never said that before, so let's find some folks here. Come on in. Let's talk about some things. So first of all, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aaron Jacobs. I'm the Senior Service Hydrologist for WFO Juneau.
Where are we at? This is amazing.
Yeah, this is the Mendenhall Glacier. This is our backyard. We have this great place that people recreate, and we forecast to keep people safe.
So talking about keeping people safe, I've learned some things today about the uniqueness of the area, the hazards, so much marine. I mean, you're flying in here or taking a boat, you're not coming in, right? So talk about the uniqueness of working here.
So the uniqueness of working here is that we have a lot of remote locations, not a lot of information, but we still need to provide the same information that the lower 48 provides. So we use all the skills and information that we know and pattern recognition to be able to put out this forecast the best that we can to give the public the best information possible.
So you're on the desk, you're working here. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have that maybe others don't have in other parts of the country?
It's definitely difficult to get to some of these places to help with our IDSS and with our partners. It is difficult to get to some of these locations and really partner with these emergency managers within these communities. But there are other ways that we have been able to utilize technologies to help bridge those gaps, and we're just hoping that in the future we'll be able to visit those places to give the real information hands-on like we should.
What would you say is the biggest hazard?
Biggest hazard is it's just twofold. Probably like you were saying, is the way to get in here, in and out, is by boat or by airplane. So typically our marine forecast and our aviation forecast is pretty important for life and property, and also just travel, just to get in and around this area. So to get food and your mail, your milk, emergency equipment, we need to have those lines of communication and transportation lines open.
Incredible. Thanks for what you do. Appreciate it. All right. Who else is going to talk to me? Come on in. We're going to bring some other folks in here. And the very first thing, the same type of thing. Come on in. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Caleb Cravens. I'm a meteorologist here at WFO Juneau.
Now, one of the things that I heard many times today, looking around at the whole group, many times today, the size of your county warning area compared to what state?
Florida.
Florida. Everybody keeps saying this, compared to Florida. So how about the uniqueness? One office, huge size. What makes that unique and challenging?
I would say some of the challenging parts is, you compare the state of Florida to the area that we're forecasting for, and you look at how many, WFOs there are in Florida, and if you compare it to our area, there's just one of us. And, it's the whole area, it's unique. It has its own challenges. You're looking at marine weather, you're looking at aviation, you're looking at winter weather. So anything, you got avalanches, you have landslides, and then also you have flooding concerns due to heavy precipitation. We are in a rainforest here in Southeast Alaska.
Now, something that you all talked to me about today that I thought was interesting as well. I mean, I hear sometimes, the population differences between Florida and Alaska, but talked about commerce. I mean, think about what Alaska contributes to the economy. Can you talk about that? There's some important stuff going on here.
Right. A lot of people may not realize it, but the amount of commerce that goes into the Gulf of Alaska, whether it be via air or marine, we have also cruise ships, so tourism. In Juneau, in the summer, our population doubles every day. We hold up to about 6 cruise ships every day, each cruise ship holding around 3,000 to 5,000 people, even 6,000 at sometimes. You get 6, that's 30,000 people. Yeah. And our population here in Juneau is 35,000. So just that in itself, it adds forecast challenges. But the cargo as well that comes in to Alaska through the lower 48 that connects the traffic that connects Alaska to the lower 48, food.
Seafood industry is just huge. Talk about the seafood economy in Alaska.
Fishing here is a part of everyday life here. A lot of people make their money from fishing. Millions of dollars go into the fishing industry here in Alaska. So the people on the water are constantly looking at our forecast. And so us being able to get accurate and timely information to our mariners is really important here.
I'll tell you, thank you for what you do. What
Thank
a
you.
big impact you have. What a great time being able to meet with everybody here and hear how important the Weather Service Forecast Office, Juneau, is to supporting the economy, supporting the safety of mariners in flight. Just absolutely amazing to hear the stories today. And we're talking about the forecast around the area, around Juneau and portions of Alaska. It's so complex. I mean, you think about there's ice, there's sea level, but then you look at mountains. I mean, it's just complexity of the entire forecast. And now we're going to bring in meteorologists in charge. I mean, Jeff, but there's a glacier back here. Jeff, I don't know. I just wanted to make sure we reiterate there's a glacier back behind me.
2.5 miles from our forecast office, folks.
Which is amazing. So please introduce yourself.
I'm Jeff Garman. I'm the meteorologist in charge here at the National Weather Service in wonderful, beautiful Juneau, Alaska.
So talk about the complexities of the forecast. I mean, you think about, again, a mountain. You got a lake, sea level, all this going on. How much is that a challenge? How challenging
It's really
is that?
tough, Ken, for the models to resolve this.
Yeah.
And we talk about, we look at our forecast, it's in grid points, right? In those 2.5 kilometer grids that we have. And the fact is, in this one grid right here that we're trying to forecast for, there's a 5,000 foot mountain up next to sea level. And this area right here has its own microclimate. From where the glacier is right here, there can be a 15-degree difference between here and the airport. And that's only how many miles?
Yeah.
Maybe 5 miles
That's it.
at the most. You go to North Douglas, you can have a foot of snow over there, not get much here, and you reverse that back, you could end up with a foot of snow here, and then downtown Juneau gets an inch. And it's not a very large area wide, large area that we're talking about here. And it takes time here as a forecaster to really build that knowledge of know when to deviate from the computer model. So we'll always need forecasters here, at least for many more years, at least in my career.
And being in charge of the office here in Juneau, what would you say is one of the biggest challenges you have?
Well, I think, keeping a full staff here is probably the biggest challenge we have, because let's face it, it's 2,000 to almost 3,000 miles away from some of these folks' families. And so that's something when you move here, you have to think about a little bit. And it takes a long time to get back to, quote, home from Juneau. So those are some of the bigger challenges, but we find ways to overcome that, and we support each other as an office, and we have a nice team here.
That's what we always say. National Weather
That's it.
Service, we're family. No matter where you are in the Weather Service,
right.
we're family here. So right here, great video with meteorologist in charge, Jeff Garman, and a glacier. So just amazing to be able to talk about the great things that you do. Thanks, Jeff.
Did he say glacier?
I did.
Okay.